Hello and welcome here to more TALKFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys, as the brand new Champions League season is about to get underway. And what that means is it's time for some predictions here as we enter the group stage. There are plenty of really exciting groups and really intense matchups to come. In today's video, we are going to be breaking down one by one who's going to finish where, who is going to make it through. It's all coming up. So let's get into it. Because if we do indeed kick off with the big group that is Group A, because in that group, as you can see, Man City will be coming up against Paris Saint-Germain. What a star-studded game that is going to be. Also in that group there, Club Brugge and also RB Leipzig. And I don't think it's really any surprise that I'm going to predict in this group, and it's no disrespect at all to the Belgian side, but I think Club Brugge, they are going to finish bottom of this group. It is going to be so difficult to get points from the rest of those teams. In third, I am going to go RB Leipzig. I think they are going to give, PSG, Man City a run for their money. I think they are going to be significant in this group because whatever team failed to beat Leipzig, they're going to be the ones playing catch up there to top this group. And I think it's going to be really tight. And in the end, the only reason why I would personally say Man City first, PSG second, is just because I feel as though PSG, with this new look team, with so many stars now coming into their team, they are going to need time to gel. You look at it so far, the likes of Neymar, Messi, they barely play together right now in the team. It is going to take a little bit of time there to get that match fitness, to get that understanding between all of them, and I think they'll probably get better as the Champions League goes on. Man City, they're brilliant in the group stage. Pep Guardiola always sets his team up well and usually would top their group, so I'm going to say there, Man City, then PSG, which could make it interesting in the round of 16. In Group B, there is plenty of quality here as well. You'd actually say right throughout this group, there's actually probably even more competition. There's even less to separate the teams here. You've got the likes of Porto, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, AC Milan, all in this group. And I think it is going to be very close there between each of the teams. I'm going to say there that Porto are going to come last. And that is difficult because Porto are very much capable in the Champions League of getting results. They're very much capable of reaching the next round. They've always been a team who can get out of a group, so that really there seems very harsh to put them bottom, but I think on their return to the Champions League, AC Milan, they might just fall short. They might just there drop into the Europa League. That would be a shame, but they do have real quality there to contend with. And then of course the question would be, who's going to finish top? Is it going to be Liverpool or is it going to be Atletico Madrid? And I think this is a very similar way actually to how I rank Group A, because I'm going to say that Liverpool are going to come out there ahead of Atletico Madrid. They are going to top the group there. They've been brilliant, I feel, so far this season. Van Dijk has picked up exactly where he left off in their team. They look so solid once again. And I think Atletico Madrid, much like PSG, they'll need that time. Griezmann's back there now. They've got so much attacking quality. They've got so much strength in depth there, but they will need time to gel. I think the group stage there may be a little bit too soon for them. Atletico second and Liverpool in first, which again, looking to the round of 16, makes it interesting. Then there is Group C, where we do have the likes of Borussia Dortmund, Sporting are there as well, Ajax and Besiktas, and this is a group here that still has a lot of quality, still has a lot of really interesting teams in it. I am going to say there that Besiktas are going to finish bottom of the group, which again may seem harsh because I think it's very close there between them and Sporting, but Sporting have got a very good team this season. They're expecting to do very big things in their own domestic league, but also here in European competition, so I'm going to say that Sporting are going to finish in that third place. And again, you're thinking, okay, is it going to be Dortmund or is it going to be Ajax there top in the group? I really do hope that Ajax can make it through to the knockout stage. I absolutely loved their Champions League run a few years ago and what they were able to do in this competition. But I am going to say here that Dortmund are going to come ahead of them. Both are going to go through. But I just think Dortmund so far this season, yes, they've lost the likes of Jadon Sancho. People thought that would be such a big blow, but they've done really well there. Erling Haaland has just carried on where he left off last season, scoring goals left, right and centre. He is magnificent. And in this competition, as we know, Haaland, he loves it. Then we do move on to Group D, which is a very interesting one because it is very, very similar to what we saw last season. The likes of Real, Inter and Shakhtar all did play in the same group last season, but they're also going to be welcoming the Champions League debutants there. Sheriff will be entering the Champions League group stage. Unfortunately for Sheriff, I do believe they're going to finish bottom of this group. Obviously, they're a lack of experience at this level, but I do hope they sort of get a point along the way. I would love to see them there pick up a few points in their first ever Champions League season. That would be really, really nice. I think in third place, Shakhtar did cause Real Madrid a lot of problems last season. There's no denying that. They're a team that, again, it's not an easy place to go and play. They're always a team who are going to attack you, and they do have quality of their own, but I'm going to say they're going to drop into the Europa League, and then it's a question of is it going to be Real or is it going to be Inter Milan topping the group, of course, winning Serie A last season did Antonio Conte's side, but I just think here, Real, they're going to get the better of Inter. I just think that in this competition so far, Antonio Conte and Inter over the past few years, they've not really got it together. They have not had good Champions League campaigns. As good as they were last season, again, they failed to make it out of their group. And that is not really good enough there for a team of their size. They've lost Lukaku, and I just think Real, they seem to be growing under Ancelotti. He loves this competition. For me, Real, and then Inter in Group D. Then we do move on, of course, to the much familiar Group E, where we do have Bayern and Barca together in Group E, along there with the likes of Dynamo Kiev and also Benfica in that group. And once again, there is a little bit of deja vu because we did face Dynamo Kiev in the group last season, but I do believe that this time around they are going to finish bottom of the group. I don't really see them there being able to compete with the likes of Bayern, Barca and Benfica. So Dynamo Kiev there, bottom of the group. Then in third, I think hopefully, and I'm really hoping here that it's going to be Benfica. I think they do have quality and they are a team who are going to look to take points off us and they are going to try and challenge us there to get out of the group. But I do hope that Benfica, sadly for them, are going to drop into the Europa League because I do think here that Bayern, it's sad to say, but I think it's reality here that they are probably going to end up winning this group. Barca are going to be in second, which again, when you're looking to the round of 16 stage, when you're looking to that first knockout round, who would we play if we finish second? That'll be the question, but let's just hope here we get out. Then in Group F, we do have more interesting fixtures as Man United will be facing a rematch against Villarreal in that group, of course, from the Europa League final. You've also got Young Boys in there too and Atalanta competing for the places in Group F. I think bottom of that group, and probably quite comfortably, I think it's going to be Young Boys. I don't really think they're going to be able to pose too many problems to the remaining three teams. Then I think it's going to be quite close between Villarreal, United, Atalanta. They've all got good attacking quality. They've all made some good signings throughout the summer, but I think Atalanta are just going to drop there into the Europa League, which then would leave either Man United or Villarreal to top this group. And I do think with the signings they've made this summer, Man United, they should be topping this group. You know, at the end of the day, I think Villarreal, they've had a good summer too. They're a good team. Unai Emery is going to set them up well, but I just think here, Man United bringing Ronaldo back to the club, adding there Rafael Varane, Jadon Sancho. They have quality now. They've got a lot of depth in their squad. They should be topping this group, no doubt about it. And I do think in the end that they will. Then there is Group G, as we will have the likes of Lille, also Wolfsburg, Salzburg and Sevilla competing for the places in Group G. And this group actually, I think it's one of the most competitive ones out there. Maybe not, the biggest names ever, but I think it's a really, really competitive group. And I'm actually going to order this one a little bit differently because I think actually comfortably here, Sevilla are going to win Group G. They are such a good team there under Lopetegui. They've been brilliant in La Liga. They've also been very, very solid in this competition. I'm going to say that Sevilla are going to win this one and progress to the knockout stages. But I think then it's anyone's guess. I think Wolfsburg, very, very good team. Salzburg, exactly the same. And Lille as well. I'm going to say there that in second, Wolfsburg are going to make it to the knockout stages. So far in the Bundesliga this season, they have been fantastic. They've got a 100% record. They're top of the league. I think Wolfsburg there are going to join Sevilla in the next round. And in the Europa League, I'm actually going to say there, RB Salzburg. I think when we played them in pre-season, they were outstanding. Their pressing was incredible. The energy inside the stadium was brilliant. They're going to be fantastic and tough to beat on Champions League night. So I'm going to say there that Salzburg are going to do enough to get third. And I just think Lille, it's a bit of a hangover. They lost some big players, of course, after winning the league, as it often happens there for the champions in France. If you're not PSG, Lille have struggled really at the start of this season to get that kind of form going again. It's a bit of a hangover, and I just think here, Sevilla, then Wolfsburg, then Salzburg, and Lille crashing out of Europe. Finally though, we do move on to Group H, the final group here that we are going through in the Champions League. Of course it does have the reigning champions Chelsea, along with Juventus, Zenit and Malmo are going to be in Group H there. And I think at the bottom of that group is probably going to be the Swedish side Malmo, who are going to give Zenit there a bit of a run for their money, but I think Malmo in the end will end up fourth. Then I think it will be Zenit. I think they'll drop there into the Europa League. They do have some good players. Remember our very own Malcolm, who left there on a permanent deal to join Zenit. He's still there and playing his football, so very best of luck to him, who won gold, of course, at the Olympics. And then it's a question of, is it going to be Chelsea or is it going to be Juve topping this group? And I think on current form, there's not even a doubt, there's not even any question at all that Chelsea will top this group, because Juventus so far this season, they've been woeful. They have been absolutely dreadful there. Their start under Allegri has been really poor. They've actually not won a game in 3 matches in Serie A. They're around 16th in the league right now. Really difficult times for them. Whereas Chelsea, they're just fantastic. And of course, the addition of Lukaku, who's come back and he's already tearing up their front line. Fantastic to see from Chelsea's point of view. And I think they will win Group H and put up a strong defence, I feel, of last year's title. So that right there, guys, is how I personally see the Champions League group stage going. Like I say, there are some really exciting matchups there right across the board, and there should be some really good action as we progress through this group stage. In your opinion, who is going to make it there to the round of 16? Are there going to be any shocks? Are there going to be any big teams that you feel may just slip out of the group stage and maybe slip into the Europa? Let me know all of those thoughts down below. What are your big predictions for this year's campaign? I will see you soon, of course, with plenty more videos to come, as the Champions League, it's very much underway. I'll see you soon, guys, and I thank you indeed for watching, but until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.